Hey guys. All right. So we're just going to pull a few cards and see what comes out. I just got a new deck, so I'm just like, yeah, why not? The life of the party. All right. And it's like he's like standing on top of like the casket. He's like, you know, life, death is just the beginning. Like that's kind of get the feeling you get like life of the party, but you could be the life of the party. Like nothing's going to stop you from having a good time. Said even death. You understand death is just the beginning. And like with the holidays going on right now, sometimes it can lead people to feel very insecure, very lonely, because you may feel like you may not have a family, you may not come from the best family situation. It could be kind of negative, toxic, or abusive. And that can leave you feeling lonely. Or, you could see people in relationships and you're not in one. You could freshly go through a divorce. Understand you're truly never alone. And so with the life of the party coming out here, you may feel like you aren't that right now. But like I'm willing to bet you got people like, so is such and such coming to the Christmas party? Did you invite Susie? Is she coming? Like, I can't wait because she like brings the best gifts and like, has the funniest stories. But you could be so much in your head because of just sometimes we get consumed. And then, like I said, you watch stuff on TV, and I love a good Christmas movie, but a lot of the Christmas movies have moved away from, like just kind of the spirit of Christmas, of helping someone out, the jolliness of it. And a lot of the Christmas movies now seem to focus on like finding love. And so that's another thing that could just make you feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm not fitting in, or this is going to be a sad, lonely Christmas. And it's like, I spend a lot of Christmases by myself, and that's a choice. It's not that I resonate, I relate with being like a party. A lot of people look for me to go out, but sometimes it's just like I'm happier by myself. I don't want to fake the funk. I'm not big on small talk. If we got something to talk about, let's talk about it. If we don't, like, I don't have it for you. Small talk. All right, what we got? Star, the dead end job, and the sun. I mean, this ain't bad at all. All right, so you got the star, you got the dead end job, and you got the sun. So moon at the bottom of the deck. Like, bro, like I don't know what you need to hear. Like, you are the star. Like I said, you are the life of the party. No matter where you go, you radiate. Like, people like turn and look like, oh my God, who is that? Who do you know who that is? Or like, people like you stop traffic, like you could be walking and people will just stop and be like, you know? Like, you are the star. And so, like I said, the way I'm taking like the dead end job is like, if you're feeling like, you don't try to fit in. You're not made to fit in. You naturally stand out. The Most High made you to stand out. You are meant to stand out. So it's like that's why you're the life of the party. So this dead end job, I'm not taking that quite literal in the sense of like dead end friendships. Relationships with family members that, like I said, just trying to fit in or make it work just because for the sake of being family. And instead of realizing that, okay, you know what? I'm not in line with this anymore. So why am I trying? Like I said, it's okay to be alone during the holidays. It's okay to be alone, period. I think, and I'm not saying that connection is horrible and we shouldn't have connection. That's not what I'm saying. Like I said, I love connecting. I like love meeting new people. I love talking, but at the same time, I value my solitude. And I think it's very challenging in a world where you're constantly told people aren't meant to be alone. People aren't meant to be alone. People aren't meant to be alone. You're constantly told that, like a track on loop. So eventually you're going to believe that. So eventually you're going to believe something's wrong with you. So eventually you're going to believe that you don't fit in. Eventually you're going to believe you're not like everyone else because, excuse me, because they want you to feel like you are the odd person out. But do you ever realize like how productive you are when you're by yourself? Do you ever realize how much happiness you have when you're by yourself? Do you ever realize how people gravitate towards you when you're out by yourself, so then you end up really not being by yourself? The star is not meant to be alone. The star shines bright. Even think about the stars in the sky. Do you ever see a single star alone? There's millions of them out there. And even if they're like, is the star by itself? No. It's out there with the moon. It's out there with the moon. It's like, you're never by yourself. You're always going to be seen. You're always going to be the life of party. Even when you feel like you're dying. Like I said, death. That we don't need no water. Let them burn. It's like, I don't need nobody. Like my spirit's gonna party. Like, you get in the sense of the Day of the Dead or Enola, Nyland, when they do the second line, or just even Lent when they celebrate, Mardi Gras. It's just almost like you're celebrating the dead, you're celebrating the rebirth, you're celebrating, rising. And it's just almost like you are Phoenix. You are, like I said, that sun. You are rising. Like, stop. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to feel lonely at times. It's okay to feel everything. But really sit with yourself instead of trying to avoid it, instead of trying to suppress it, distract yourself with going out, distract yourself with eating, or over exercising. There's nothing wrong with exercising. Over exercising is a different thing. I've been there. um it's just like, be content with what you're feeling. Allow yourself to feel it and get comfortable with the feeling, not the thought, the feeling. Like, why am I feeling sad? Am I sad because I don't have friends? And then ask yourself, do you really not have friends, or is that what you're telling yourself? Why am I sad because I don't have anywhere to go for the holidays? Do you really not have anywhere to go for the holidays, or are you making that choice? Or is it not how the world says you should celebrate the holidays? So you're like, okay, well, technically I don't have a good holiday because I'm not doing what everyone else is. Why does everyone, and that's what I'm saying, like, we just kind of live in a world where everyone's holidays to look the same, everyone to do the same thing. When we talk about like zombies, sometimes I'm like, hello, wake up. We're all zombies walking around here, just phones, just like, like with your phone, like glued to your hand, and someone takes your phone, what am I going to do on my phone? Like, sometimes you even miss eating, like, cause you got to record to make, content, or, you got to bet. And it's just like, it's insane. Like, they want everyone has almost the same phone. It's one or the other. You remember back in the day, a lot of people won't know this, but a lot of back in the day where like you had multiple like choices of phones and they all looked different and they all did different things, where eventually like you had, what do we got now? Basically Samsung, a Pixel, and Apple for the most part. We went from having like, talking about like, Kia, uh, Burberry. You talking about, we went from having like multiple options, 10, 15 options, down to just 3. Like, everyone has basically the same phone. Everyone goes and eats the same place. Everyone does the same thing on the holiday. Everyone makes the same. I'm not a huge social media person, which is really a challenge for me to be doing this. But, um, when I watch it sometimes, I just feel like I just got dumber. Like, it's just almost like, I love watching people dance. Like, I love dancing. Dancing is just a fun, good time. And I love watching people dance. But when I watch people do the same dance over and over again, it's just like, wow, okay, robot, zombie. Are we dogs? We're basically dogs. They put out a trick and we like want to learn the trick. And like, humans can be trained just like any other animal. So it's like, do not, really sit with what you're feeling, and then, kind of like dissect the feelings. Like, do I really not have anywhere to go? No, you do. You're making a choice. You are fine just as you are. Do not let the world, do not let holiday season make you feel like you are unfit because you're alone, or you're not good enough because you don't have anywhere to go, or you're not getting 100 gifts to give people, and you're not receiving 100 gifts. You are the gift. Remember that. Your life is a gift, and that is enough to celebrate and cherish every day.